Hello everyone and welcome to the video. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to make a good thumbnail to get the views on YouTube. So this video is going to be specifically for making VTuber thumbnails. I think it'll still be applicable if you want to make normal thumbnails. I'll just be giving you tips and tricks that I use personally. So for this tutorial, all I need you to have is Canva and a picture of your VTuber. Canva is free, it's a browser-based graphic editing software, but for this video, I'm just gonna assume that you have a PNG that has a transparent background. So we're just gonna assume that you have that, and what you need is something like this. Yes, something like this. It's just an image with no background that you can kind of slap onto anything. And we're also going to be using some assets from Okumono, from this site that I discussed in my previous video about free assets. Other than using these assets for streaming overlays and such, you can also use the assets for making thumbnails and other stuff like that. So we're going to be using mostly free assets, and the only thing that you might need to shell out money for would be a picture of your VTuber, which, you know, if you're gonna be a VTuber, you're really gonna need the art anyway. So I'm just assuming you have art, or you're going to make art, or you're gonna commission someone for art eventually. So anyway, now that I've told you what you'll be needing for this tutorial, let's begin! Alright, to begin with, we're going to make a new Canva canvas and go to Create a Design, open up here, YouTube Thumbnail. And once you open this up, there's already a template for YouTube Thumbnail, which is the size of. And once you have this blank canvas, the first thing we're gonna do is make a background. So for the background, it really depends on what your video is going to be about. If it's going to be a tutorial, you might want a more generic background. You want the background to sort of take like a backseat. You might want to have pictures of the game. Pictures of the game, pictures of characters in the game. Something that will make people who don't know much about the game interested. It doesn't necessarily have to be an image. You can sort of make your own depending on what game you are playing. For Eternal Return, for the background, I also added the logo, some of the characters that I usually main in that game. You can get a little creative with your backgrounds. For this one, there's like a plain background in the back that just disappeared. So on top of the background, I added this sort of removable sparkle thing. This was also on Okumono. You can sort of find it with the frames. So here in Canva, you can go to Lines and Shapes on the Elements tab, and you can sort of have a lot of these shapes that are very adjustable. They can basically be very customizable, size-wise, shape-wise. Basically, I just got one of these and I cropped the image to sort of fit in it. My image is sort of transparent, so it's sort of fit fine. And then you can send it forward. Basically, just something to show more of them, you know, just to add a little more interest in the background. So when you zoom out, it seems to have a lot of things in it, which is very interesting, little tiny pictures. You know, if you don't have that many assets, I understand if that's like a bit much. So there's something that you can do in Canva to make little tiled images. I don't know if you'd like to do this, it seems like a lot, but this is how I did it. I basically just had a frame from the elements. You go to frames here at the bottom. You can use grids if you have a lot of images, but for me, I use frames for these tiny boxes. Then I got this frame with like a little outline on it that you can customize into a different color. And then I just inserted an image. It doesn't matter if the image is transparent or not. It will just sort of fit itself into the box. So for example, something like this. And you can just crop it. I did it this way just to make it more visually appealing, because they're not going to be very visible in the background. The pattern is nice, the consistency and the little gaps are, you know, they're nice. So first of all, I got this image. Oh, well, it's got a background. Alright, my bad. I just sort of copy pasted it. No problem. Let's see if we can remove the background like this. And if it won't remove the background, also the clothes. I don't want it to remove the clothes. Okay, almost got it. We can restore some of the parts that got deleted here. So I could have saved the image then just imported it, but nah. I just copied it directly from the canvas and I used the background remover. PNGtuber, which is sadly a glub. Oh no, I messed up here. The background remover is a pro feature. I'm gonna use it. You could just get like a transparent image. This is just because I'm lazy. This way is also nice, but I feel like it's more eye-catching to do a full outline like that. And then you can also do it like a drop shadow, which just sort of adds a shadow offset here. I think it's a bit harsh though. Might have to pick a shadow that's a little more light. Something like this could be an option if you have a more light background. But this one works better for this background. This one, I think, yeah, looks better with the blue, but not so much with this side. So we're gonna keep this one. And now that you have the image here on the side, you can add the text on the other side. So now we're gonna add text. So we might need to change like font color. Something like this is fine too, I guess. It's just like a big text box. Looks a little lame, but you know, it's doing its job. I just use Canva for my layouting. If you're doing this for your different elements, pay attention to the margin, by the way. This much margin, very important to keep. You don't want to edge everything here. Like, what is that? That looks odd. Either cut it off like this, or put it with a bit of margin. Margin's very pleasant to the eyes. You don't want any of these corners touching like this. That is a tangent and it hurts me. Once you've gotten the assets, just drag them in to the page. I'm just gonna go grab some thumbnails. Thumbnails I've already made. So we're just gonna make a collage of thumbnails now, I guess. It's just not the right color, I guess. Then we're gonna add something here. Like, one of the skills they look for if you're gonna be a VTuber is that you need to be able to do your own thumbnails, you know. It's a skill. Because graphic design is not everyone's passion, but you can learn it definitely. If you look at it from afar, like the busyness in the back is really nice. That's about it for my tutorial video. This video has been in the works for a while. Kinda got delayed a lot, but I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. And I hope the thumbnail turned out okay. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. What did I say? Bye bye.